What is going on, Arizona sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this Monday morning here, ladies and gentlemen? Big shout out to the people that are currently in the chat right now. How is everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic, and I mean a fantastic Monday morning so far. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I have heard the news. Yes, I have heard Sean Payton's interview with Colin Cowherd, and yes, we were not mentioned in the in the teams that he mentioned pertaining to the teams that he's going to meet this week, because officially it's supposed to be, at least the interviews are supposed to be starting up this coming Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and I know we were not mentioned at all. But what we're going to go ahead and do today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk all things Sean Payton. What is it going to take to bring this guy here? Or if we don't get him, then what other options do we have out here for Arizona Cardinal fans, right? We're going to have a fun-filled show here today, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely do me one huge favor. Smack the like button on this video. Subscribe if this is your first time here. We're on the road to 11K, and I think last time I looked, we were like under 20 subscribers away from hitting that 11K. So definitely go ahead and bless me with your subscribe, please. It's free, and smack that like button as well. So let's dive right into this. Actually, before we do that, let's get some quick shout outs here to the chat. We got some people in the chat here. What's up, Mike? We got the Red Sea Rises, Joshua, Roy, Silver, Arizona Brawl, Zach. What's up, everybody? Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day. Let's dive right into this, right? Sean Payton is the big talking point right now pertaining to, is he going to be available? Is he going to interview with the Arizona Cardinals? Are we interested? Here's the latest on what we know, right? Here's the latest on what we know as fans. The Arizona Cardinals did in fact reach out to the Saints to request permission to speak with Sean Payton. Yes, we know that for sure. They have reached out to the Saints to say, can we speak to Sean Payton? And the answer was yes. Now, no interviews, nothing has been set up, at least in my mind. So as of right now, I think that's it, right? That's it. We requested permission. They said yes. And we said, okay, cool beans. But there hasn't been an official interview set up with Sean Payton. Now, I do have audio from that Colin Cowherd's interview. So I will go ahead and give you the snippet of what everybody's talking about here pretty soon. Now, I know that there was a lot of scare pertaining to if Brandon Staley, the head coach of the Chargers, if he ended up losing that game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, that he indeed might be getting fired. Now, let me go ahead and just put this, a little sand on your fire, right? Because I was feeling it over the weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. I was one of the most dramatic, fans out there. But indeed, the rumor is that Brandon Staley is not going anywhere. Now, they might make some changes to the defensive coordinator, some assistants, as well as maybe the offensive coordinator. That's not our business. We're not Charger fans. We're Cardinal fans. But Justin Herbert did also stick up for Brandon Staley, so it gives us a little bit more of an enticement that, hey, he might actually stay with the Chargers, which is good news. The big reason why this is good news is because the latest rumors, or I guess the rumors that were, in the beginning was saying that Sean Payton wanted an LA job. That's the reason why. That Sean Payton wanted an LA job, and that's what he was going to favor towards. And that's what a lot of people were scared about. But being that Sean McVay is coming back and Brandon Staley is not going to get fired, we don't have to worry about it. But now here is the big update here, right? Here's the big update that Sean Payton ended up going to Colin Cowherd's, podcast, and he did mention what it would take to get him, as well as what teams he's going to be seeing this coming week. And ladies and gentlemen, Sean Payton didn't mention the Arizona Cardinals at all. So I get it. There's some fans in an uproar right now, including myself, because I know, the creme de la creme will be Sean Payton, but I'm curious to figure out what you guys think, Bird Gang. Let me know in the chat if you're sad, if you don't care. Do you want another head coach? Let me know in the chat. Let me get to my first super chat here, my first contribution of the day. We got Illa Dre saying Brian Flores or Harbaugh, great options. So we got my guy Illa Dre here, basically not sweating. There's no sweat on his forehead right now. He's like, hey, it's no thing but a chicken wing, Mike. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine because we still have these other great options. Okay. I respect that. Well, let's go ahead and get into the the topic that we're all here for, right? I got the audio. Now, I'm not going to play the entire podcast because it's really not relevant to Arizona Cardinal fans, but here is what I want to show you guys pertaining to the latest out there, right? Let's go ahead and play it and let me know if you guys can hear it.
I've heard Texans. I've heard Carolinas out there. There's Denver discussions. Can you verify this week? This is the week now, starting tomorrow or tomorrow? Tomorrow you can interview. Are you interviewing?
Yeah. So the way the league rules are set up for coaches that are under contract with teams, and that would be me, they can begin the interview process tomorrow. I'll have a chance to visit prior to then. Like I've talked with a few teams. Mm-hmm. That's just done through permission with the Saints. But I think this week would be Houston, Denver, later in the week, Carolina.
Do you go?
Real quick. Sorry, just a quick pause. There's a little bit more. There's about a minute left in the clip. As you can tell, Houston, Denver, and Carolina. Now, we knew that Denver does already have one of the first interviews that is going to transpire. So that's going to be on Tuesday. Carolina was probably one of the latest, asking for permission from the Saints. And they already have an interview set up with Sean Payton. And Houston, right, comes out of nowhere, out of left field. And they want an interview with Sean Payton. And there's nothing mentioned there about the Arizona Cardinals. But let's continue to hear.
There, in some cases, depending on schedules, they'll come here, or in other cases, I might go there. End of the week, I'll go out to New York. I'll have a chance to visit with Mr. Tepper in Carolina.
If I may, what's the compensation look like? Can I ask that?
We haven't even met yet, so that's probably something. Well, no, that's something that comes up later in the process.
I mean, that matters.
Yeah, but being that I haven't interviewed with any of these people yet, it would just be speculating relative to.
Can I ask this?
Real quick, I think that's hilarious, but it matters. It does matter, absolutely. Obviously, Sean Payton doesn't know, right? He only can speculate what's going on. He's not the GM. He's not a member of the Saints anymore. He is technically a member of the Saints organization, technically, but the person who's going to be making this deal is the GM. So just FYI, let's continue to listen.
Question.
Compensation for the trade or compensation for me?
Well, let's start with a trade. Okay, so the Saints... for instance, Denver doesn't have a first because they gave it up for Russell. So I'm not sure even how would that make that problematic?
No, I think each team would be a little different. Mickey Loomis and I have talked already about it. I think ultimately the compensation for the Saints would be a mid or later first round pick.
Okay.
Now,
that's it. Compensation, what it seems like right now, would be a mid to a late first round pick is what they're saying. But there was not mention of any Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals wasn't even mentioned on there at all. This week was the week that the Arizona Cardinals needed to come out and say, this is what I want to do. Tuesday is the very first option that they can actually interview a Sean Payton. And they were not even mentioned. It was the Denver Broncos, which on my Twitter, at least 2 or 3 weeks before the season ended, I went in an uproar and I said this. I swear to everything, if Denver wants to get, Sean Payton before the Arizona Cardinals, I'm going to be so pissed off. I'm going to be livid, right? I said that. And so many people were like, oh, they're not, Denver's not going to go after Sean Payton. He wants Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio got fired. He's not going to. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I was right. Denver Broncos wants to get Sean Payton, or at least they have an interest in Sean Payton. It doesn't matter that Vic Fangio was a head coach. And the reason why is this: there's new management, and it doesn't matter what the old manager or the old owners did. It doesn't matter. Vic Fangio wants a job. It doesn't matter. Somebody's going to pay you millions of dollars. You're going to go back. You're going to pay millions of dollars and go with the head coach that won a Super Bowl. You're going to go back. It's just the truth of the nature. It's just what it is. And on top of that, there's new owners, right? There's new owners. So what we know so far is that it's going to be different for each team, right? Now, the Arizona Cardinals right now are sitting with a 3rd overall spot in the NFL draft. There's no way in heck HELL is what I really want to say, that we're going to give up a 3rd overall pick for Sean Payton. We're not going to do it. So for any Saints fans that are trying to come up here and say, okay, well, give us your 3rd overall pick, it's not going to happen, Chief. It ain't going to happen at all. We are not giving up that 3rd overall pick. You might as well take that to the bank because it's not going to happen. Now, a mid to late 1st round pick, right? Now, the Arizona Cardinals right now with their second round pick is sitting around the 34th overall spot right now, as of right now. Hey, that could be a late 1st round pick in somebody's eyes, right? If they don't accept that, maybe a 1st round pick for next year. If they don't accept that, well, at least at this very moment, I don't know what the Arizona Cardinals are going to do, right? I want Sean Payton. I truly do, but not to give up the farm for Sean Payton. And I very specifically said that a couple weeks ago. I think he's the creme de la creme, the head coaches that's out there that everybody wants. And I'm right there with you as well. I want to get him too. But if it comes in a price that's going to cripple us, and I mean in terms of not being able to draft young prospects, I'm going to try to tiptoe very lightly in that whole situation, because honestly, with what I'm hearing so far this week, the Panthers, the Houston Texans, and the Denver Broncos seems to be the teams that truly want to get Sean Payton a little more than the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I know, right? The Arizona Cardinals wanted to get a GM first, right? That's their plan. And okay, that's fine. But we should probably be hiring that GM really, really quickly if we're hearing this news and hearing that there's other teams possibly want to get a Sean Payton, because I'm not trying to get in a bidding war. I'm not trying to get in a bidding war right now. Let's get to these super chats that came in, these contributions. Appreciate you, Chosen One. Ryan will be a head coach, and Joseph stays defensive. Mark my words. I'm not a fan of DeMeco Ryans. I'm a fan of DeMeco Ryans. I just wouldn't have him as my number 2nd, personally. I personally wouldn't. Let's keep going with the contributions. Don't lose hope. Hashtag hire Payton. I agree. I think we definitely need to maybe be a little bit more aggressive this offseason. If I were to give an estimation, I would say we will know our GM by the end of this week. If not this week, then the beginning of next week. That's when I think we're going to know who our GM is. And if we don't know our GM by then, damn. If we don't know our GM by this week or the beginning of next week, then dang. And that's all I can kind of really say at that very moment, because right now the Arizona Cardinals are kind of being held captive, right? Right now we're being held to let's hire a GM first and then we're going to figure out the head coach. Like, we're being held hostage because of that. So if I was Michael Bidwell, now I get it. It's for his best interest to pick the best GM out there, right? Definitely. Don't rush it. I'm right there with you. Do not rush this decision. I think this is a very crucial decision, but I also do think that, Michael Bidwell actually brought in really good GM candidates. Jerry Reese, Ian Cunningham, is that Horitz from the Ravens? Very, very good candidates. Truly. I think he has brought very good candidates for the GM role. Now, like I said a little earlier, if I were to give a estimation, right? An estimation, I would truly say that we should be knowing our GM by the end of this week or sometime during this week. If not this week, then the beginning of next week. At least that's what I would hope. At least that's what I would hope as an Arizona Cardinal fan, right? At least that's what I would hope. Now, Sean Payton, in this clip that we listened to a little earlier, right? He talked about the teams that he's going to be meeting with this week. The Denver Broncos, Houston Texans, and the Carolina Panthers. For God's sakes, the Carolina Panthers are in their same division, and the Saints are just like, yeah, no worries, talk to him. That's fine. So those are the 3 teams that he mentioned. Now, also, trade compensation was talked about, right? Trade compensation was talked about. And a mid to a late 1st round pick is what it said. Now, do they want multiple other picks, right? Like maybe some mid-round picks, some late-round picks, maybe, right? But I think that's where they want to start off the conversation. Because if you ask yourself, Denver is not in a situation that they're going to be giving up a first-round pick this year, right? Are we kind of all in the agreement with that? That Denver doesn't have a first-round pick. They don't have the capital that we do. So there's that, right? There's that. Denver doesn't have a first-round pick this year. I apologize. They do have a first-round pick. I apologize. It's the 29th overall. So dang it. Oh, my goodness. I completely forgot about that. Oh, I'm disgusted. Okay. So right now, Denver does have the 29th overall pick in the 2023 draft. Oh, I'm disgusted. Okay. So they technically do have draft capital in order for them to get Sean Payton, especially if it's a mid to a late first round pick. They have the 29th overall, they have the 68th overall, and then the 69th overall. I'm not going to go into the other ones, but they have 4 other picks after that. Let's take a look at the Carolina Panthers. They're sitting right now the 9th overall spot. They got the 9th, the 40th, the 61st, and the 93rd. So they got 4 within the top 100. They got some pretty good draft capital. And then the last team was Houston. Houston right now is sitting in the 2nd overall spot in the NFL draft. So Houston has the 2nd, the 12th, the 34th, the 66th, and the 74th. Oh my God, they have 5 picks within the top 100. Dang. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Originally, I was like, Denver doesn't have picks. They got a first round pick, and they got a late first round pick to boot. Oh, that's disgusting. Let's get to my contribution here. We got Get Most. What's up, brother? He says Vance can't happen. Miko I like, but I'd want Ryan Carthon with them. No Lynn though. Flores is fine. I don't think Harbaugh leaves Michigan praying for Payton. Oh, facts. Oh, absolutely. Now, if we don't get Sean Payton, right? If we don't get him, I don't think it's the end all be all. Will they be a lot of fans disappointed? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There'll be a lot of fans disappointed because we had an opportunity to possibly bring him in for an interview, right? We have it. We have the possibility to bring him in for an interview. We just haven't done it yet. We've asked permission. We've requested permission to speak to him, but no interview has actually been instated and saying, this is the day we need to speak to you, and this is kind of it. Now, it's Monday today, right? It's barely Monday. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday, we'll hear something about the following week. But if Denver truly wants to get a head coach like Sean Payton, put yourself in the shoes of Denver. Put your shoes or put yourself in the shoes of Denver. You're getting the very first crack out of Sean Payton, giving him in the interview and the opportunity to bring him in. Would you let him leave the building? Truly. And not only that, Sean Payton's going to go through Denver, he's going to go through Houston, and he's going to go through Carolina Panthers. How in the living heck can the Arizona Cardinals be the 4th person he's going to talk to, if not later this week, but maybe next week, and he's still going to be available? How? I think the Arizona Cardinals slept on this one. Truly, I think the Arizona Cardinals slept on this one. Now, like I said a little earlier, if he does not become the next head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, it's not over, right? It's not over. There's still some candidates out there like a DeMeco Ryans, which he is not my number 2. He's not my number 2. And the only reason as to why is because I'm worried of if he does truly bring in Anthony Lynn with him, I don't think it's going to be anything exciting on the offensive side of the ball. Defense might flourish like nobody's business, especially because if we do truly get one of those 2 generational talents coming out of the draft, right? Will Anderson or Jalen Carter, our defensive line right there automatically has gotten better than last year. But he's mainly going to focus on the defense. If he can say, hey, this is who I'm going to bring offensively, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good person, then hey, we're in a different boat at that very moment. But I want the Arizona Cardinals to truly start picking their GM soon. Because these head coach candidates, they're probably going to be getting picked off, right? They're probably going to get picked off one by one. And right now, we're waiting for the GM. And yes, we all wanted Steve Keim gone, right? We all wanted Steve Keim gone. And I guess this is the price that we have to pay, right? Because now we have to wait for the GM before the head coach. And yes, that makes sense. But dang, I was really hoping a little bit more haste because last week we were like, oh, we're interviewing this person. Oh, we're interviewing this person. Maybe by this week we should hear about our GM. At least if I was in the position of the Arizona Cardinals and I had a timeline, I would say, I want to know who our GM is going to be by this week. This week. So we can start looking at head coach candidates because we have people that they're interested in, but that's it. No interviews because we need to get through the GMs first. Let's get to my contribution here from Illadre. He says, John Elway isn't going to let him walk. Exactly. This is what I'm worried about as well. If you're Denver, put yourself in their shoes. You have Sean Payton, creme de la creme, going into an interview on Tuesday, and you get the first crack at him. Because you decided to fire Nathaniel Hackett first, right? And now, are you going to let him leave that building without a contract? Or are they going to try to do their due diligence, right? I mean, we'll have to kind of wait and see. But Denver right now does technically have a first-round pick. And I believe it belonged to San Francisco at one point. And Denver has the 29th, the 68th, the 69th, overall pick, all within the 100. Like, they don't have anything else in the top 100. Those are their 3 picks in the top 100. 29th, 68th, and 69th. That's a first-round pick they got there, ladies and gentlemen, for Denver. And you know how much the media is trying to hype up, Sean Payton to Denver? Oh, if anybody can fix Russell Wilson, it's going to be Sean Payton. Disgusting. I need the Arizona Cardinals to pick a GM. I need the Arizona Cardinals to pick a GM here pretty soon. Now, the Cardinals. Let's look at the Cardinals, right? Let's focus on us. Right now, we're sitting with the 3rd overall, the 35th overall, the 67th overall, and then the 97th overall is what Tankathon is saying anyways. That's what they're saying. So we got 4 picks in the top 100 per Tankathon right now. Obviously, subject to change, right? We don't know the exact numbers, but that's kind of what they're estimating at this very moment. 4 picks. We're not giving up a 3rd. We're not giving up the first round. It's way too valuable. 35th, on the other hand, maybe. Would they accept a 2nd round pick? I don't know. They might say a 2nd round pick this year, maybe 2nd round pick next year. I don't know. But that 35th overall pick is as very close to a late first round pick, in my opinion. It's about 2 or 3 spots away from the original 32 round picks in the first round. I think the Arizona Cardinals can still try to acquire him. But boy, I'm ready. I'm worried. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm worried of the fact that we might see Sean Payton out of these 3 teams this week: Denver, Houston, and Carolina. That's happening this week. Now, for the new people that came in here, this is what we're talking about today, ladies and gentlemen. For the new people that are coming in here, it's a 2-minute clip, so I apologize for the people that have already listened to it, but this is the main talking point that we're talking about on this stream, and this is Sean Payton speaking to Colin Cowherd on The Herd today.
I've heard Texans. I've heard Carolinas out there. There's Denver discussions. Can you verify this week? This is the week now, starting tomorrow or
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow you can interview. Are you interviewing?
Yeah. So the way the league rules are set up for coaches that are under contract with teams, and that would be me, they can begin the interview process tomorrow. I'll have a chance to visit prior to then. Like I've talked with a few teams. That's just done through permission with the Saints.
Yep.
But I think this week would be Houston, Denver, later in the week, Carolina.
Do you go?
Boom. That's it. That's all I wanted to show you. That's what I'm talking about right there. And that was Sean Payton talking to Colin Cowherd. In the teams that are interested, he said, yes, he has also spoken to other teams out there as well. But those are the 3 teams this week that he's going to be talking to, because technically, per the league rules, tomorrow is when they can officially talk to him because of him still being under contract with the Saints. So if that kind of leaves a little, light, kind of makes a little bit more sense. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but let me know in the chat. Let me get to my contribution here for my guys. Sports PSP, what's up, brother? Appreciate you for coming back. He says LA will definitely getting their hands on Sean Payton now. After that choke job and Sean Payton and LA, they will offer Sean more than he thought. Well, here's the thing. And we talked about this a little earlier in the stream, so I appreciate you for joining. But as of right now, the reports are saying that Brandon Staley looks to be as safe can be. Justin Herbert, the quarterback, came out and said, pretty much vouched for Staley. So as of right now, it's looking good for the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think there will be a LA position available for him to choose out of, because Sean Payton is staying. There were already reports that came out that said he's staying back. And then obviously with Staley, we don't think he's going to be moving off anymore. At one point, there was a little scarcity, but Adam Schefter said that it doesn't look like he's going to be moved off of. And with what happened today, I don't think he's getting moved off of as well. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention before I move off of this, Charger thing, is that they also mentioned that there most likely will be firings with the DC and maybe the OC and probably some more assistants. But as of right now, it looks like Staley might be safe. So just to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight in what I've kind of been hearing around the NFL. But I mean, you never know, right? We might be able to refresh our the world of, Twitter or the internet, and we might see breaking news, right? He's fired. So as of right now, that's kind of the speculations that he seems to be safe, at least as of right now. Let's continue here with the chat. Here we go. Az, appreciate you telling him, man. Always coming up clutch. AZ fan 1998. What's up, brother? He says, we still got a shot at Payton. I would be fine trading our second round for him. They say a first, but a second is a good pick. Gotta hope. Well, that's what I was talking about a little earlier. If you truly think about it, our second round pick right now is the 35th overall in the NFL draft. That's 3 picks away from a late first rounder. So you better bet your bottom dollar the Saints better not start getting greedy on us and be like, oh no, we don't want that, because that's like 3 picks away. That's still a really good pick in the NFL draft. If they want to maybe get that and maybe a third round next year, I'm down. I'm down with that. I'm cool with that. But I mean, obviously, it just really depends on how the Saints are going to be able to, shop them and who's going to be able to be the highest bidder. Obviously, I think Sean Payton is going to have, his 2 cents in it, because in the bottom line, I don't think Sean Payton's going to want to go to an organization that he doesn't want to go to. So, Carolina scares me. I'm not going to lie to you. Carolina scares me, as well as Denver scares me. Houston, on the other hand, I'm like, okay. I mean, I could see that they might have some positives over there, but I'm not really too worried about Houston. It's Denver Broncos as well as the Carolina Panthers that really scare me to possibly land Sean Payton. And right now, the Cardinals haven't done anything as of right now. So right now, we're just kind of waiting on limbo as of right now. What's up, Daquan? Appreciate you in the super chat. Mr. Richardson, he says, can you go protest for Sean Payton? We need him here 100%. That's funny. Honestly, here's the thing. I do want Sean Payton as well, and I appreciate the super chat. I truly do. I'm not willing to give the farm for him. I want him. Oh, yes. I want Sean Payton here. Truly. I'm just not willing to give up the farm. And what I mean by that is if they want like a crazy amount of picks, I'm going to tell the Saints to shove it. If they want a second and maybe a third next year, or a second and maybe a second next year, hey, let's start cooking up a deal. Because truthfully, if Sean Payton doesn't go this year, his value just drops, right? His value drops more and more and more. So it's for the best interest of the Saints to move off of Sean Payton this year. They already said they're going to be rolling with their current head coach right now. So just might as well move off of them and get some picks for you guys to start rebuilding your team, and let us worry about what Sean Payton can look like here for the Arizona Cardinals. Because that's kind of what I want here as an Arizona Cardinal fan. I don't want to give up the boat, right? And also, I don't want to be seeming desperate. That's the number one thing too. You don't want to come into this negotiations and look very, very desperate at all. Now, if this was me, if I was in this position, or if I was Michael Bidwell, I would be creating a timeline. And I would say, by this is the week, we're going to know our GM. This week right here, we're going to know our GM. And why is that so important, you ask me? Is because Michael Bidwell said that he wants to get a GM over a head coach first. As simple as that. If we truly want to get Sean Payton being that head coach, we need to bring in the GM first. So there's no point in spending weeks and weeks and weeks and looking for a GM and waiting for all these other head coaches to kind of get picked off and interviewed, right? So GM, if I were to give a grade, or I guess a estimation on when we're going to be knowing our GM, I would say this week. If not this week, by early next week. We have to know our GM by then. We have to know our GM by then. Because it's getting a little close right now. It's getting a little close. We hired Cliff Kingsbury on January the 8th. We knew coming into the season when we fired Steve Wilkes that Cliff Kingsbury was a guy that we wanted to interview. We knew it. And on January 8th is when we hired Cliff Kingsbury. Right now we're sitting at January 16th. We got no GM. We got no head coach because it's dependent on the GM. So we need to get the GM. We need to get the GM. Let's take a look here. I'm trying to look here on if there's any updates, anything new. As of right now, smack the like button if you guys are here. Got 212 people in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys for being here. Definitely go ahead and subscribe it up, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe it up. Wait, what? Looks like we got a GM. Wait, what? We got the GM? Who? We got our GM? Where's this report coming from? Update desk. Plan to hire Titans Director of Personnel, Monty Ossenfort. Whoa, buddy. We just got the GM. Did I speak it to existence? We just spoke it to an existence, ladies and gentlemen. We just got Monty Ossenfort as the new GM, sources tell Tom Pelissero. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We just got our new GM, ladies and gentlemen. Speak it to existence, and here it comes. Smack the like button. Do it for your boy. Do it for your boy. Wow. Okay. Monty Ossenfort seems to be the guy. We're going to look into him a little bit deeper here, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Okay. Let's retweet this bad boy. Okay. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. This is what happens when you have multiple social medias here and you're getting hit up in a lot of different social medias here right now, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news in the world of the Arizona Cardinals, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second time this has happened to me. This is the second time this has happened to me, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news in the world of the Arizona Cardinals. We now have our GM, and that is going to be Monty Ossenfort, and he seems to be director, or he used to be the director of personnel, but with the Titans. Okay. Okay. How are y'all feeling, chat? How are y'all feeling, chat? Let me know in the chat here below. Spoke it to existence, and here it comes. Michael Bidwell has to be watching my stuff. Michael Bidwell has to be watching my stuff. Has to be. Truly, I'm seeing the people in the chat saying, is this good? Honestly, I don't know. I got to do a little bit of research. Honestly, I was hoping for Jerry Reese, truly. Jerry Reese or Ian Cunningham is who I was hoping for. But I'm going to do a little research on this individual. And hey, right now, all I can say is welcome to the Bird Gang. That's all I can say right now. Welcome to the Bird Gang. That's all I can say right now, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, buddy, we got our GM. Oh, buddy, we got our GM now, ladies. And now we're cooking with fire. Now we are cooking with fire. Let me know in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys are feeling about this. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. We wanted to talk about Sean Payton, and Michael Biddable said, hell no. You're going to talk about this guy right here. Oh, right. Let's go. Okay. Let me do a little research on this individual. I all I know is he was in the Titans. That's all I know. No, I do have some Titan buddies. I will be asking their opinion on how they feel about this individual. It doesn't seem like he's a GM, but okay. How y'all feeling, chat? I'm trying to do multiple things at once here, by the way. Just FYI. A lot of things happening right now. Obviously, the Twitter, the Instagram world also needs to be notified. Let's see what the chat's saying right now. Let's see here. He was with the Patriots. His wiki's already updated. Wow, that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. For the people that are just joining here, we do have a new GM. Breaking news in the world of the Arizona Cardinals, and that is that the Arizona Cardinals is now hiring Monty Ossenfort Tennessee Titans, at least as of right now. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Honestly. Was I expecting somebody different? Was I hoping? Yeah, of course. But I mean, honestly, I don't hate this. I think it's cool. I'm glad. Truly. Because now that means that we can actually start focusing on our freaking head coach. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Okay, let's see here. Anything in the chat here? We got the Titans had an let's see. Ossenfort joined the Titans after 15 years with the New England Patriots when he was served as a club director of college scouting, 2014-2019. Let's do that. Let's bring up his Wikipedia page. Let's do that. Hell yeah, let's do that. I'm down with that. Let's do that. Okay, one sec. I'm gonna be bringing up his Wikipedia page. I'm excited. Yeah, this is the second time this is happening on breaking news on my live streams. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, we'll let that go there. We got somebody saying mid-hire. Whoa, come on. Already, my dude saying mid-hire. Sheesh. Okay. Love the hiring. Time to get Sean Payton now. Exactly. Why didn't the Titans hire him? I mean, that's a fair question. that's a very fair question. That's a very fair question. That's a very, very fair question. Let's take a look here. I'm going to look him up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Monty Ossenfort. Let's look at his... Honestly, I was expecting maybe Jerry Reese, Ian Cunningham, or that Horitz guy. That's who I was truly expecting. This one kind of threw me through a loop. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's see, Wikipedia. So his career history, 2001, he was an intern with the Minnesota Vikings, Houston Texans in 2022, also intern, personal assistant 2003, college scout. So yeah, he seemed to be kind of like assistant director in 2001 to 2013, and then the director of college scouting in 2014 to 2019, and then director of player personnel 2020 to 2022, and then now general manager of the Arizona Cardinals. Wow. You guys don't like this? You guys don't like this hire? You guys don't like this hire? Let me know in the chat, y'all. Somebody said he's the guy that he's the AJ Brown situation. Come on. Really? Breaking news, breaking news. Glad it's not Jerry Reese. Somebody says, really? I was hoping for Jerry Reese. So people in the chat doesn't seem to like him. Okay. People in the chat don't seem to like him. I'm going to give him an opportunity. I think that's at least fair for me, at least as of right now. Give the man an opportunity. For me, not you guys. I mean, you guys do what you got to do, right? You guys do what you need to do. You want to grill him? That's fine too. I think I'm going to allow him to see what he's going to be able to do with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to play that. Yeah, I'm going to give him a chance. Personally, I'm going to give him a chance. So far, it looks like his main, like, he's Tennessee Titans. That's what it is. Tennessee Titans, it seems to be like that's where he spent his bulk majority of, like, director of whatever the hell, right? It seems like to be in the Tennessee Titans. No, I'm sorry. I lied. The New England Patriots, 2014 to 2019, and then 2020 to 2022, Tennessee Titans. And he was assistant director in New England Patriots from 2011 to 2013. People in the chat don't seem to like it. People in the chat don't seem to like it. I want to give him a chance. Like me personally, I want to give him a chance. I want to give him a chance personally. Let's see here. He's won 4 Super Bowls. That's true. That's true. Yeah, think of it that way. Exactly. That's somebody say he won Super Bowls. That's true. That's true. I say let's give it a chance. Let's see what he does in this offseason. If it's like absolutely like dumb, then we can kind of jump off buildings at this very moment. But let's be honest here. If we bring a Sean Payton, y'all, guys, if we bring a Sean Payton, this doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Think of it that way. If we bring a Sean Payton in, this doesn't matter. So think of it that way. If we bring a Sean Payton in, this doesn't matter. Because Sean Payton is going to be the one with the sole, work or doing whatever he wants to do, right? So think of it that way. If we don't bring a Sean Payton in, then okay, I mean, I guess we'll figure it out from there, right? But this is it. This is the man right here. Monty Ossenfort. This seems to be the new GM of the Arizona Cardinals. Take it in, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news coming out in the world of the Arizona Cardinals. Breaking news. And that is that Monty Ossenfort is now the general manager of the Arizona Cardinals. He has connections to Flores. Don't y'all lie to me. You're saying he has connection. No, don't you lie to me. You're talking about because the Patriots? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do this. Let me do a little research. Let me whip up a video, and then we'll kind of go from there, right? I'm not going to jump off a bridge yet. Let me just put it that way. I'm not going to jump off a bridge yet. And I'm one to jump off bridges a lot. But let me do a little research on this individual. Let me see how he is, right? I'm not going to try to crucify him when we don't know very much about him. I want to look at his draft picks because he was the director of player personnel with the Titans. the director of player personnel with the Titans. That's what we know right now. That's who he is. Sean wants full control, bro. Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, if Sean Payton does come here, this is irrelevant, right? I'm only saying this for the people that are saying this is an L signing. That's why. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying this is an L signing. Would I have wanted a different GM? Yeah, I would. But I want to give this guy an opportunity to see what he can do. We might be surprised, right? We might be surprised. This guy might have been the guy that's going to be drafting CD Lamb for the Arizona Cardinals, right? This guy might be the guy that's going to be giving us a what am I going to say? This might be the guy that's supposed to give us a offensive line. We don't know, right? We truly don't know. This is his first GM job, so might as well let's let this play out. Let's let this play out and let's see what happens. Let's let this play out. Let's see here. Exactly. Steve Keim's gone. That's a win. That's a W on its own there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give this I was going to say young man. He ain't no young man. That's for darn sure. He ain't no young man. But I think that let's give him an opportunity. Let's just go there. If you don't want to, then no. Right? I mean, that's up to you guys, right? It's your guys' life. Let's keep with the chat. I don't think I missed any super chats, right? No, I did. Okay, good. Okay. Let me do a little research on him. The main topic that we were talking about in this live stream before we got rudely interrupted by the Arizona Cardinals was Sean Payton. That's what we were mainly talking about on this stream. Until we got rudely interrupted by the Arizona Cardinals, which I knew it was going to happen. I was going to tweet something today that we were going to get a GM. Something in me told me that we were going to get our GM today. It wasn't this guy though. It wasn't this guy. But let's give him some let's give him a chance. Let's go with that. Let's give him a chance. Yeah, I mean, if he was with the New England Patriots, he's got to have something good for him, right? He's got to have something going for him. Now, granted, the Tennessee Titans never won a Super Bowl, but the Patriots sure as hell have. Assistant director of college scouting, the director of college scouting as well. So, hey, we'll see. Are GM interviews not reported? Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, we talked about Monty Ossenfort all last week. We talked about him. If you guys aren't aware, this is a new thing from YouTube. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, and this is for all 290 people that are in the chat right now. And hopefully you guys can smack the like button for me if you can. But there's a new thing that you need to do. Like, if you're looking at my page, right? If you're looking at my page, there's a live. You can click on the live right there, and this will tell you the live stream. So I do live streams as well as I do regular videos, and I don't think a lot of people know that. So we talked a lot about all the GMs and Monty Ossenfort, Ian Cunningham, everybody. We talked about everybody. So when you're looking at my YouTube page, on the very top, there's a button that says live. Click on that and you'll look at the entirety of the long podcasts. And that's what these hour podcasts are. They're on the live section, not on the video section, which you'll be getting to, right? So you'll have to go back and forth, just FYI. Never heard of the interview. Well, then you haven't watched my videos, my dude. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it. We talked about Monty Ossenfort last week. Chat, am I wrong? We talked about Monty Ossenfort last week. We talked about him. We talked about Ian Cunningham. We talked about Jerry Reese. We talked about a lot of people. Ossenfort was a candidate for the Titans job. Well, if you think about it this way, they did lose their GM, right? They did lose their GM. Jose, yes, we did. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate you. Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, we talked all about it. The biggest issue is that a lot of people don't see the lives because they don't know that it exists. But if you're looking at my YouTube page, there's a live section. Click on the live section. You'll be able to see the hour-long podcasts that we basically go a little bit more in depth pertaining to who we have here, right? I don't think Flores is a lock. I don't think Flores is a lock. And I know a lot of people are saying that. I don't think it's a lock. I watched, man. I got to clip it for you, my dude. Because we talked about GM candidates a lot on those streams. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, honestly, I think we're going to give him a chance. I'm going to give him a chance. Not trying to throw shade here at this guy. I think anything at this very moment is better than Steve Keim. Let's just be factual here. Anything at this very moment is better than Steve Keim. And I think this is a huge win that we actually got a GM this week. This was it. This is what you needed to do. Get a GM this week. And right now, we just have over 100 people just joined. So, and I appreciate you guys for coming in here. This stream was supposed to be about Sean Payton. That's what the stream was. And of course, breaking news ended up, dropping during my stream. And I appreciate all my people in the chat letting me know about that. But here's the truth of the matter here, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that needed to happen. Truly. This is something that needed to happen for the Arizona Cardinals. 32 Anton, what's up, brother? Appreciate you for being on here. He says, what is the role of the general manager? What does his job description consist of? Well, I'm only assuming it might be different in every organization, but I guess I can kind of give you a high-level overview. So the GM, what they do, think about the GM as the person that's making the rosters. And I mean, not so much the 53-man roster, but the roster before it gets cut down to the final 53, right? So as the GM, supposedly, you're supposed to be the one that has the final say on who we draft, right? Supposedly, right? Now, there is coaches, there's other people that put their hand in the cookie jar. There's that as well. But for the GM, their final decision is supposed to be the ones who are drafting players, who are re-signing current Arizona Cardinal players. So let's say, for example, last year, right? James Conner, Zach Ertz, players that were getting extensions, that's their job, as well as free agents. Picking up free agents and free agency. So that's what a GM's job consists of, building the roster and getting it ready for the 2023 season. So that's kind of what consists of. That's very high overview, right? Because as a GM, you also need to make sure you're under the cap, and as the GM, you also need to be able you also need to be very good with numbers. Like if you need to get under the cap somehow, you need to get under the cap somehow, and you need to figure it out. So, so there's that. That's very, very high level. Hopefully that helps though. So yeah, for the people in the chat, I'm trying to look through social media. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are very happy, but I'm going to allow this man to prove me. I'm going to allow him to prove us right first, and sort of instead of trying to hang the man. AZ fan, what's up, brother? He says a GM outside of the organization for his first time since 1993. He was in New England for 15 years with 4 Super Bowls. This is a culture change itself. Boom! AZ fan 1998. Appreciate the words, man. Exactly. This is a win on its own. This is a win. Your facts. Oh, absolutely, AZ fan. This is a win on its own. And the simple reason is the fact that we didn't hire internally. Isn't that a win for Arizona Cardinal fans? We didn't hire internally. This is a culture change. This man has 4 Super Bowl rings. He was in New England, which is a winning culture, right? A winning culture. Let's give the guy a chance. Let's give the guy a chance. I say welcome. Welcome to the Bird Gang, man. Let's see what happens. This is it. This is Monty Ossenfort. This is what the individual looks like. I'm excited. I know a lot of people aren't. I'm excited. Give the guy a chance. Give the guy a chance. This is a prime example. I can't with y'all, man. I can't with y'all. Somebody said skinny. Y'all, you guys are wilding, man. You guys are wilding in the chat. You guys are wild in the chat. I'm going to focus on super chats. Let's do that. I'm going to focus on super chats for the very reason of you guys are wilding in the chat. I'm not going to give anybody a chance to say some crazy things right now. I'm going to focus on super chats. That's what I'm going to do. We have 5 minutes to 6 minutes left on the stream. I'm going to do my own due diligence. I'm going to try to do a little bit more research here on my end pertaining to who Monty Ossenfort is. But I say, let's give the guy an opportunity. That's what I'm going to say there. KM1 with the 99 cents dono. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the contribution. Can't be worse. Yeah, I agree. Can't be worse than Keim. Facts, bro. Facts. So if you guys missed it by any chance, In the beginning part of this stream, we talked about Sean Payton. That's what we talked about. I highly recommend you rewatch the stream if you can, right? If you have time. We talked about Sean Payton and being that the Arizona Cardinals doesn't have an interview set with them, but he's set to meet with 3 teams. So I'll allow you to watch this on playback if you want to listen to more about Sean Payton. Definitely do so there. What's up, brother? Another one. Will D-Hop get traded? Interesting. I mean, great question. Honestly, this is a very, very good question. Truly. The Arizona Cardinals right now, and I'm still going to say this. The Arizona Cardinals right now are in probably a very, very, very pivotal moment. Very pivotal moment. Very pivotal moment in their franchise. We did something that we haven't done in a very long time, and that's hire externally. So this is a win. Let's change this culture out. Let's change it. What's up, Jordan? Came across Ossenfort is close with Brian Flores. Well, let's see, right? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I don't want to say Brian Flores is the end-all be-all, but let's be honest, Brian Flores would be the cheaper option if you're comparing him to Sean Payton. That's just factual. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, what's up, brother? He says, should we draft the QB if one is available? CJ? Wow. No. What? No. I mean, to me, I don't think so. I mean, Kyler Murray's the guy. If you guys haven't watched my latest video, I ended up putting a mock draft out. Now, there is a quarterback that's drafted. I'm not going to tell you guys who, but there is a quarterback that was drafted. I highly recommend you definitely go and take a look at it. I just posted a video probably about 4.5 hours ago. Go and check it out and tell me how you feel about my mock draft. I ended up posting. I don't think the Arizona Cardinals draft a quarterback. If they do, oof, that's going to be 3 quarterbacks in 6 years. I don't think they're going to do so, though. I don't think they're going to do so. I don't think they're going to do that. Okay, let's keep looking here. Let's see if there's any other updates pertaining to Ossenfort here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see how it goes, right? Let's see how it goes. Might clean house. Yeah, no, we definitely got to give this guy a chance for sure. I'm right there with you. I know a lot of people like jumping the gun and saying he's not going to be a good coach. Let's give the guy a chance. Let's see what he can do. You're talking about the Arizona Cardinals page, like the let's see here. Yep. Monty Ossenfort, the new GM of the Arizona Cardinals. Hashtag culture change. Yeah, bro. I agree. FYI, ladies and gentlemen, the Arizona Cardinals blocked me on Twitter, so I can't see it. So if you haven't, just tag me. Retweet it and tag me, or just take a screenshot and tag me. Because as of right now, I can't see it because I'm blocked. I don't mind it. Honestly, I don't mind it. Here it is one more time, recapping. This is going to be the latest Arizona Cardinals general manager in the 2023 season here, ladies and gentlemen. Monty Ossenfort, here it is. This is the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if we can bring a different culture here to the Arizona Cardinals because boy, do we need it. Do we need it? All right. Just to recap here, if you guys haven't done so already, definitely smack the like button on this video. Subscribe if this is your first time here. We're on the road to 11K, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the road to 11K, and I can't do it without you guys, so definitely subscribe it up. Become a part of the AZ Sports fan family. And also, we're on the road to 11K. Sorry, I got distracted. All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Oh, here we go. Last super chat of the stream. AZ fan, appreciate you, man. He says, culture change, time to get Sean Payton and win. Facts, bro. Facts. This is it. This is what we needed. Step in the right direction here, boys. Step in the right direction. Culture change. Let's see what happens here with the Arizona Cardinals moving forward. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Smack the like button. Have a great rest of your day. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to everybody. I will be doing a little bit more research on Monty Ossenfort, and we will see exactly how this all shakes out for the Arizona Cardinals. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Thank you so very much. And as always, go Cards.